Hello, I'm David. Here is an experimental video, first of its kind, first take. I actually did want to try this on Chappelle. Here's Spade up here in his special education seminar, whatever you want to call it, on Netflix. His live version, I heard, was named Cash Me Out Inside. How about that? And anyway, so here's an experiment. You know what I mean? I could do this a couple of ways, just muting. I'm falling off. I want to restart. It's nothing personal, Dave. Okay, so I'm going to press play and then I'm going to mute it right away. And because the stuff that I've said just today before I watch this are like, it's like we're sitting in a theater next to each other watching a movie. It's like astral projection, or as far as Daves go. That's why Apple is such a significant company, because it's the Steve mob. And the Dave mob is the most dangerous because Dave is like, I don't know what to say of the Bible. The name, just the name itself, is very fortunate and equally unfortunate of a name, because it was the most mentioned name in the Old Testament, and so it's the equivalent of Jesus of the Old Testament. And whatever comes first, like don't walk a mile in the great man's shoes or whatever, quote from 48 Laws. Anyways, so like David Goggins is like David plus Goliath. He alone is the best Special Forces U.S. Army Ranger, Navy SEAL, and Air Force Special Operating Airman. So here's just the standard app. It automatically closes, and so I just press this dual camera feature. I don't know why it's not more common. It's just less hypocritical. I don't know what to say, because every video that I ever see of someone recording with their handheld smartphone is, it's hypocritical to record someone without recording yourself simultaneously. So that's just my opinion. I don't know if I'd recommend doing this. All right, so here goes. I'm gonna press play and then I'm gonna mute it if I can remember what these buttons are. This is my father's remote, and it lights up. You know what? This one does not light up. The other one does light up. But he has so many lights on at night, and I have to be like Gilbert Gottfried like this. I have to walk around like this because of all the bright lights on. And he says it's because he has to know what buttons to press on the remote. I don't know where he got that. Anyways, so here goes. Could I say just buzzkill? Anyways, I'm going to go. That's a nice watch you got there, Dave. I just noticed that. All right, so mute. You're killing it, Dave. No, besides manner, every time he sees me, he's like, what do you think? Going to be worse. If I had to guess with absolutely no information, I'd bet on worse. Everything will be bad to worse to shitty. No matter what, I'm like, goddamn, any hope, dude? Let's just mix it up. Second opinion? No, I'm your guy, and it's bad. And then they always have a running death count in the corner, which was horrifying. I just block with my hand because it's such a drag. And it was like Jerry Lewis telethon. We're like, Tiffany, roll it. Jerry Lewis was like, oh, we hit 1 million. That doesn't make me feel good. Grouchy. And he was like, oh, by the way, we're going to have a fifth wave. I'll warn you. Fifth wave. And then there was a fifth wave. And he was like, what's on your mind? And he was like, so happy it came true. I was like, shucks, he's back on TV. Makeup, here we go. Ring light, get your special ring. Friggin', I was just talking about that today. I was telling my dad that. I was like, Dad, you know, when I watched Die Hard, when we watched Die Hard, the first one, the most quotes that I remember from Die Hard that are like etched into my mind are the quotes where I had to be like, Dad, what did he just say? Bruce Willis said, I know what it feels like to be a TV dinner. When I first made my video on my video playlist called Behind Enemy Lines from 2019, starting in September 21st, I used his floodlight as a lamp for lighting, and I'm there with my phone just like this in the same position, and I have the neck phone holder. So it's like wearing a necklace and the phone on it. So it's like I can watch TV on my phone. Anyways, so I recorded my gameplay, and the flood lamp was a bad choice. It turned my turtle from green to yellow because I was trying to keep him warm during the winter. The floodlight's like the big, bright, industrial strength lamp. And so I was trying to tell my dad, like, I went to the video game section of the store, like, for the first time in a long time. They have a kit. It's like $25. It's got the ring lamp light of the magic mirror that mom's got in her bathroom. It's like a soft light that makes you look pretty and everything. Because when I rigged this setup, blah, 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 I was using that flood lamp. Anyways, after this 1 hour video is over, I'm going to watch Die Hard 3 because I found out on Google that it's on Amazon Prime and this is smart TV. So I think, the last thing I watched on Prime was Eddie Murphy's, I don't want to talk about Eddie Murphy. He's so funny. The stuff he says is so funny. Like the Indiana Jones quote from Raw, he's like, you know why they have to put movies and phone numbers in movies that are like 55524 blah blah, because someone somewhere, when they make a big AAA title like Indiana Jones in the 1980s, is gonna call that number and say, yeah, I'm looking for Indiana Jones, ... Like the extension of that is, I need a best man for my wedding, or like a spare groomsman. And what's funny, in the 1960s and 70s, the average sports fan, whatever, if he was questioned by anyone, asked him, who's your best man? He's gonna be like, just name it. He's gonna say Joe Namath, and that was it. That was the joke. And now fast forward to the 21st century, we got guys talking about video game characters and stuff like that. And so it's funny. It's like Indiana Jones. That's the avatar of Don Jaffe, creator of Kratos in Discord. His avatar is Indiana Jones. I can't remember where I linked. Anyways, one of his other lesser known titles had, I don't know what I'm going to... Someone reply to me here? Oh, I got a new reply. Cool. Here's the Don right here. And okay, I really don't know if that's him. I think that might have, like, he intentionally took that picture to be outrageous. But anyways, he's working on using the in-game editor feature of a new video game on PlayStation, wrestling game. He's trying to make it look like him. It's like, is this close or close? And it reminds me of the quote from Die Hard 1, when the guy who looks like Hans Gruber, but he's the American who works with Bruce Willis' character's wife, John McClane's wife, Debbie. I'm just going to guess. Anyways, he's trying to give a pitch to Hans Gruber. And he's like, hey, guy, am I right or am I right? Come on, am I right or am I right? And so that's how I replied to this. He said, is this close or close? And I said 100% and 110% close. And then, we can react over here. Like, this is 100 right here. Keep it 100. If I press the button, there now, I've added it. Wow, that's really something. Okay, so what? His avatar is Indiana Jones. See, that's Indiana Jones. It's like, he calls himself sometimes Indiana Jaffe. His name has infinite ways to make fun of it. I'm not going to get into it. He said something about Jaffe Mania. I've already gone too far into this. Abraham Jaffe, a.k.a. Al Jaffe, cartoonist, Mad Magazine, just celebrated his 101st birthday last March. So I'm going to make the room that David Jaffe made for me in his Discord. Here's the different rooms. This one, Crazy Talk. It's my room. So I'm going to make it into a lot of this stuff I posted on Facebook and then pasted here. What up, Joe? Joe's Canadian. Joe DiMaggio, I call him. Shh, Sally. That's a cat whining. Will you shh? Psst. Will you shh? Alright, so here's what Crazy Talk is. It's an animator that is a computer program that eventually led to Toy Story from the early 1990s. And here's the video that I messaged to Joe DiMaggio. It has Sam the Sham and the Pharaohs song, Little Red Riding Hood, and it has not Samuel Jackson from Die Hard 3 with a Vengeance, friggin' Joker Jackson, Jack Nicholson, Jack Jackson, dog. And so this is what Crazy Animator Talk Studio is. And this Dormez-vous, that was the song featured on Twisted Metal 2's Paris level. And it has really funny, what does it have? It has really funny English translation. So he named my room Crazy Talk, and here is this, all about it. It's from like the early 1990s, and I used it to make this. And I suppose I'll just I'll just end the vlog right there. Here's a video on my channel. Oh, I forgot I don't have my headset on. I wear it so much that I don't even notice, but it's actually funny the way it plays in Discord. It cuts off most of the video, so I can't make my video here any smaller, but I'll see what I can do. This is how I learned to dance, was teaching animated characters to dance.
What big eyes you have, the kind of eyes that drive fools mad. So just to see that you don't get chased, I think I ought to walk with you.
Walk to the walk and ball with the ball, bang to dang. Alright, I pressed the wrong button, and now I'm all over here. And I'm going to be all over the place in my vlog now. That's my home feed from YouTube. Quite frankly, K Federal, Keefy D, The Reef, Keefy Dwayne. He's an entire character of Dwayne from GTA 4, well-known associate of Playbox, aka Playboy X. I'm not going to get into it. It's a hell of a long story. Sort of like astral projection, traveling like the Oracle from one place in time and space into another, and it's like sometimes I feel like I have Snoop Dogg to the left of me and David Spade to the right. And, you know, that can be changed out for other people as well. And I'm only being facetious here when I say that. So, anyways, here's my channel here. And because it's called Crazy Talk, I asked someone to define what their definition of that. I watched this today. This, what I mentioned in my vlog, my previous vlog just now, Ozzy Osbourne's song, when he was in Black Sabbath, called War Pigs, has a part in it that goes just before like the big crescendo at the end. Will you shh, Sally? Just before the melody of the big crescendo leading up to that is not transplanted, but it's sort of taken from that song and implanted with Dave Mustaine, guitarist of Metallica, on their first album, and their song Ride the Lightning. So it's the same melody of like I can easily start at the beginning, but it's going to take me a while to get to the part that's like bum 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 ba da da bum 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 bum. Anyways, Hellraiser song, Ozzy Osbourne, when he was with Blizzard of Oz album solo, is what is in this here. And what's so funny is at the 29th minute, 1 minute before this video ends here, and I want to change the title here to walkthrough, video game walkthrough. Walking Dead mode is the code that I use to unlock it, and it's kind of like trying to hold your breath for 8 minutes. It's very difficult and very increasingly difficult. Spade didn't outright call out John Lovitz, but John Lovitz is in this video. One of the funniest movies of all time. So the guy's name is Anthony Jefferson, Anthony Jefferson, and it's kind of like Jefferson, like Don David Jaffe shares a birthday with Thomas Jefferson, plus Amerigo, where America gets its name, or like I mentioned today, Alejandro Volta, where we get our word for volt. Megavolt, a gigawatt, a megawatt, a megakelvin, a mega, anything to do with electronics and electricity is from Volta, not John Travolta though. Even though he's Italian, so he's all right with us. And I say us, I mean he's a friend of ours in the Italian mob, Italian Americans at least. What's so funny about Vespucci and Volta is they're the closest thing to an Italian American. I mean, an Italian man living in Italy right now that I am friends with on Facebook with his last name Vespucci is the most American person of anyone in America living in America, like James Brown's song, and he's probably never even been to America. What's so funny about it? And so here, let me go and showcase that. Some people in the Discord had randomly mentioned some topics of mental illness. I don't even remember recording that part. It was for 20 minutes of trying to hold my breath for 8 minutes at a time. The first run was 5 minutes. And I had on the Discord. I don't know who that is. I think it's Joe DiMaggio and someone from the Discord. I don't even remember that happening. I was streaming it in the Discord. Because the Max Payne 2 news had broke, the funniest video featuring Max Payne is called Max Payne 2 Savage AF, something like that. And it's a compilation of single player mode with no cheat codes of him doing the most heinous, savage stuff. It's so funny, yet it has humor there. Thumb in my nose.
What about the rumors that you're mentally imbalanced? Who the fuck said that?
I'm on season 4, episode 2 of your BS. I'm on the same dosage of Prozac as I've always been. Grab your Prozac and go, Zach! So the song that's playing in the background here is like the Blizzard of Oz Hellraiser song. I have to focus here.
Rise above.
Do you have any comments on the steroid allegations?
I said no!
Bum, ba-bum, ba-bum, ba-bum. I'll play it again because...
Rise above.
Do you have any comments on the steroid allegations?
I said no!
Bum, ba-bum, ba-bum, ba-bum. And then check out Ozzy Osbourne's Hellraiser song. I can't remember at what part in the song because I just realized that today that's the same melody of Hellraiser Ozzy Osbourne song. So that's just how it feels to have a much experience in music, with music. Just it's like the only way to really get that skill is to listen to tons of music, and I highly recommend the Logitech H111. Logitech H111. It's like Goliath. It's easier to remember because it has the letters of Goliath, Logitech. So that's all. I'm gonna finish up on this over here. So alternatively, I kind of would rather just watch Die Hard at this point, to be quite honest. It's going to be worse than Rocky V. No, it's not. It's not going to be worse than Rocky V. What are you talking about? But you sound like the trainer in Rocky V. There's one going to hurt you permanent, Rock. Permanent's going to have you in a body bag. Muttering indistinctly. Now I know how it feels to be in a microwave oven. Actually, when I heard... So that's the quote from Die Hard that I mentioned at the beginning. And... I can't remember what else I was gonna say. I think I'm gonna switch to the smart TV to switch to Amazon Instant Video. I'm gonna watch the rest of that later. It's just so eerie because it's like, I don't know, it's like the same stuff I was talking today before I watched the first 10 minutes of that. He's mentioned this stuff. It's funny stuff. That's just how it goes. I pressed the wrong button. I'm gonna dip on the. I'm gonna turn the screen off. When I turn the screen off, it also turns off the screen for the recording. I'm trying to remember what button. Okay, I pressed the button. I waited for it to boot up. Here it is. Prime Video. I was one of the first users of Hulu, I think. Here's Prime Video. I'll press OK. And then it's definitely going to take me a while to load up Die Hard 3. I just want to give my reaction to this stuff. One of my favorite movies of all time. I could read a book while it's loading. I could watch an infinite number of things in the background on my headset, meanwhile watching a movie. That's what the symbolism of Soulja Boy is in Die Hard 1. When he's sitting in the limousine in the parking garage, jamming to Stevie Wonder's song Skeletons in My Closet, and what? It didn't load. It looks like it crashed the TV instead. The idea is to just watch the movie Die Hard and listen to your favorite songs while it goes. You know, kind of like the old tale of Wizard of Oz plus Pink Floyd's album Dark Side of the Moon. There's just so many ways to consume media. There it goes. Perfect. All right, David watching Prime Video. David haven't bought anything since he tried to start the union up at Amazon Warehouse in 2016 and 17, and David hasn't purchased anything from there because I had a 20% discount when I would buy stuff on Amazon, so I haven't purchased anything in that's going to be 6 years. But I have made an e-commerce purchase list over the years that contains about 10 things. 10 things I hate about you, Amazon dog. Free to me. Wow. Imagine searching out the movie that you log on to watch and it being there. That's how I know, because Google told me when I searched. I was like, where can I watch this? Die Hard 3. And if they have all the Die Hards, I don't know what I'm going to do, because I've only seen the first 3. I'm going to turn the screen off. G. I wish I could just type it out of order, like gibberish, like a word crossword in it. So what's so funny about that is Glucosa's Einschwein drei song 1, 2, 3 in German. She's Russian, but the chorus is in German and the title. Yeah, Die Hard, Die Hard 2. What? Die Hard with a Vengeance. Yes. I'm gonna watch it with a vengeance. Yes. I'm just trying to think here. Okay. I saw, yes, that's not the Armageddon looks more visually similar to it. So I almost skipped over it. I would imagine a lot of other people have made the same mistake, just skip over it thinking they don't have it. But I know different. It's got 4.5 stars, 2,000 ratings on IMDb. Wow, it's the same year of the movie Friday, Ice Cube. It's 129 minutes, that's my birthday, 129. And Martin Luther King was born in 1929. No big deal. Okay. Con Air, I see. The Rock. I only see the top half of it. That Die Hard movie, that Bruce Willis, I'm doing the meme of Leonardo DiCaprio, like holding a beer and like pointing at the TV. That's my dad's entire personality. And he watches so much Mad Money that it's like, feel like Jackie Chan in that meme was like, my brain is full of mush, Dad. You watch so much TV. It's like, can you recall anything you've watched in the last year, the last 10 years? Do you remember what you had for breakfast? And he'd be like, nah. Anyways, yeah, I have like I don't want to call it a nervous tick, but it's a nervous tick of pressing my back button, because I broke my back button, and so it can probably be heard now of me doing that. Like I press it, I just like press the back button because it doesn't do anything. Like I know it's the one button that's not going to break on my phone because it's already broken. Die Hard 3, I know what song this is. This is that one song. Hot times, summer in the city, cold and gritty, cool cat looking for a kitty. Ain't gonna be a shadow in the city. Well, so the rhythm of creation is on and off. So the way to avoid copyright detection is, what I do is stop I haven't even pushed a limit. It's like 2 seconds, 3 seconds, and then stop for less than a second and then restart it. So anyways, I'm just gonna watch this movie, I think. I was not expecting that though. Did the song just stop or what? I already know what it sounds like. That's a bad ending though. Yeah, so that's all. Wow, another 20-minute vlog.